Gardens do not get much attention at this time of year, with the colder weather making it a little less appealing to enjoy the outdoor spaces. With gardens well and truly dormant, it is a good time to prune certain plants to make sure they are ready to bloom by the time spring comes around. Pruning plants helps to remove any dead, diseased or damaged growth as well as allowing the plants to revert back to their original shape. The process also thins out the weakest of stems crossing or touching in order to improve airflow and remove the risk of winter damage. Summer flowering woody plants should be pruned in the late autumn or winter in order to encourage fruit or flowers when the warm weather returns. With November drawing to a close in the coming days, there are two plants in particular that should be pruned within the next couple of weeks, as writes the Express. 1. Hydrangea petiolaris. Hydrangea petiolaris are commonly known as climbing hydrangea. The climbing, deciduous shrub flowers bloom in the months of May and June, bearing flower heads with small fertile flowers randomly surrounded with lovely white petals. According to the gardening pros at Hillier, these plants should be pruned back gently in order to be shaped. With this, it will help the plant as it flowers healthy large blooms on the previous season's wood. Any drastic pruning may restrict flowering the following year and lead to damage. To do this, cut back the flowered shoots to a pair of new buds. You should also cut off any old or dead stems at the base of the plant. This helps to stimulate healthy new growth. If Hydrangea petiolaris have grown too large, you may need to sacrifice some of the flowers for a few years by pruning back harder this winter. If it's key to use clean, sharp pruners to cut back the hydrangea vines, wiping the prunes with bleach solution or rubbing alcohol to kill bacteria. 2. Peonies. Peonies die back naturally during the autumn months and into winter before regrowing again in spring. According to gardening expert Sarah Raven, cutting back the deal peony stems to the ground in November helps to stop insects and diseases making themselves at home within the plants, allowing for healthy growth the following spring. It is important to be careful when cutting back the stems as you do not want to damage the crown, the fleshy part of the plant between the roots and the stems. The best place to make a cut is just above the health bud. However, if the stem is diseased you should cut all the way back to the healthy wood. Do not compost pruned cuttings that are diseases or infested with insects, popping them into a bag to discard of them instead. If you find that two branches have crossed and are rubbing against each other, remove the least desirable branch. The friction caused by the rubbing can create an ideal entry point for insects and diseases. Selected buds should also be removed to help control the size and quality of the flowers. Removing buds at the side and leaving the bud at the tip of the stem allows for one very large blossom, according to the expert. Removing the terminal bud and leaving those along the sides of the stem results in more but smaller flowers. Don't miss the latest news from around Scotland and beyond. Sign up to our